Welcome back to Hockey Eastern Ontario's Rule of the Week, where each week we take a rule from the Hockey Canada rulebook and break it down for our coaches, our officials, and our players so that they better understand the rule and how it's applied in a game situation. This week, we're going to talk about kicking. Really violent action on the ice. Do you know what the penalty is for kicking? Stay tuned. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, if you like the content on this page, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out. Also, like the videos. If you have any questions about any of the videos, please feel free to let us know. You can leave a comment below. So with that being said, let's jump right into the rule. Rule 7.1c says a match penalty will be assessed to any player or team official who deliberately attempts to or deliberately injures an opponent, official, team official, or spectator in any manner not otherwise covered within the playing rules. This may include, but is not limited to, the following. And the subsection 3 under this says attempting to kick or deliberately kicking an opponent. So there is only one penalty option for kicking or attempting to kick an opponent. It is a match penalty. Okay, so the player would be assessed a match penalty, which means that a player from their team would need to serve a 5-minute major penalty, goes on the clock, but that player is removed, and then a game incident report is written up to explain why the match penalty was assessed. Keep in mind, there is no other penalty option for kicking or attempting to kick a player. It cannot be a minor, it cannot be a major or misconduct. It has to be a match in every circumstance where a kick is assessed. Now let's show you a few examples. So in this example, we're going to be watching the player there behind the net. Number 9, I believe. He's wearing the yellow and brown jersey. We're just going to watch his foot here because he's going to kick the player that's down on the ice in white. You can see here, takes that right foot and makes a kicking motion towards the player that is down on the ice. This is a very dangerous play. You got to remember, those skates are very sharp. This would be an automatic match penalty for kicking. Second video. So in this video, we're going to be watching the player in white. I believe it's number 7. They're going to make a kicking motion towards the player again that's lying down on the ice. So we can see it here, even though it's not like a serious, I shouldn't say a serious kick, but like with a lot of intensity, it doesn't matter. Very dangerous play. This is an example of attempting to or kicking an opponent. Again, a match penalty would be called. I should also point out that stamping on a player would also be considered a kicking match penalty. So it doesn't just need to be a direct kicking motion, but it could also be stamping on a player with your skate. That's a very dangerous play and would constitute a match penalty for kicking. In this last video, I'd like you to keep an eye on the 2 players that are closest to us here in the front of the net. The player in the dark colored jersey player right here, and the player in white. Now you're going to notice that the player in blue or the dark colored jersey, he kind of makes it like he sweeps his foot along here, his right foot to that player in white to kind of throw him off balance a little bit. There you go. So what do you think? Is that a kicking match penalty or not? So when this video initially came to us, a kicking match penalty was assessed. However, upon review, we determined that this wasn't a kicking match penalty. Instead, it would have been probably a minor for interference at best, just because the player is kind of interfering with the actions of the other player. Now, having said that, I'm glad that the official on the ice did call the match penalty. And I'll tell you why. Because if it had been a match penalty, we could uphold that. If it wasn't a match penalty, it's very easy. We just withdrew the penalty. We cannot add to penalties, but we can withdraw them. So when in doubt, call the penalty. If you're not sure, then you can speak to someone after the game. And if we have a video evidence, we can withdraw that penalty. So we'd rather you call the higher penalty, and then we can withdraw it if need be. So there you have it. The only penalty that we can call on the ice for kicking is a match penalty for a direct kick or an attempt to kick another player. If you have any questions about this video or any of the videos in the series, please don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is below, or feel free to reach out to your referee-in-chief of your local association or your district. If you have a suggestion for us on a video that you would like to see us cover, please let us know in the comments below or send us an email as well. Until next week, have a safe and wonderful week, and we'll see you back here real soon. All the best.